We spend our entire lives surrounded by images. From the moment we wake up, we're bombarded by targeted ads, corporate logos, and social media feeds. Yet, despite consuming thousands of visual messages a day, most of us remain visually illiterate. We spend years in school learning the grammar, syntax, and vocabulary of written language, but we are rarely taught how to critically read the symbols and structures of the images that shape our behavior. The ultimate textbook for this language is a 15th century Italian parlor game. Hand-painted with gold leaf for wealthy families like the Visconti Sforza, these cards were designed for play, not prophecy. Strip away the fortune-telling reputation to find a highly organized system of visual communication. Decoding these images isn't about predicting the future. It's about learning to recognize the visual grammar used to communicate human experiences. The basic building block of any visual language is the symbol. Just like a vocabulary bird, a symbol uses a concrete object, like a lantern on a mountain, to represent an abstract concept, like introspection or spiritual achievement. In a standard deck, individual elements, like a tilted head or a dog, communicate themes like risk and innocence without a single word. This system also uses visual metaphor. The death card rarely means mortality. It communicates psychological transformation and renewal. This raises a question. Why do these specific images resonate so consistently across different cultures? Psychiatrist Carl Jung argued that the answer lies in the structure of the human mind itself. Jung proposed that we share a collective unconscious populated by archetypes, universal symbolic patterns like the seeker, the mother, or the wise old man that structure how we perceive reality. This psychological grammar is why fine artists like Salvador Dali were drawn to the cards. In his own tarot deck, Dali cast himself as the magician and his wife, Gala, as the empress, using the cards to map his own creative and personal mythology. By drawing on these archetypal patterns, an artist can move past a viewer's rational filters to speak directly to their subconscious associations. But symbols alone don't tell a story. Just as the order of words in a sentence creates a specific meaning, visual communication depends on syntax, the order and context in which images appear. The Major Arcana is viewed as a sequence called the Fool's Journey, moving a character from innocence toward self-realization. But if you change the order, you change the story. A card's meaning is defined by the cards before and after it. Author Italo Calvino used this exact mechanic to build his 1973 novel, The Castle of Crossed Destinies. In the book, a group of travelers find themselves mysteriously mute. To tell their life stories, they are forced to lay down tarot cards in a grid on a table, building narratives through the relationships between the images. Calvino's genius was in the overlapping syntax. Because the cards form a grid, a single image might serve as the tragic conclusion of one character's story, while simultaneously acting as the beginning of another's. This demonstrates that visual meaning is an adaptive system, relying entirely on how a creator contextualizes the images within a larger sequence. For modern creators, this historical system serves as a practical tool for organizing ideas when facing a blank page. To avoid one-dimensional characters, writers use a 3-card spread to define a protagonist's psychological architecture: core self, external mask, and unconscious driver. Contrasting symbols for inner nature and public persona establish internal friction, while the unconscious driver provides the hidden motivation explaining their behavior. This same logic can be scaled to map out entire plot arcs. Spreads like the Celtic Cross function as flexible outlines, allowing a writer to visualize a story's central conflict and its eventual resolution before writing a single chapter. True artistic literacy is more than just appreciating an image. It is a structural understanding of how visual components are assembled to generate meaning. By learning this archetypal language, a creator can begin to organize the chaos of human experience into a coherent, moving sequence.